Hey everybody, welcome to Cycle 3 CC Week 17. Can you believe it? We are already at Week 17. So let's just get to it. So let's start with math. And for everything that I am using, if I got the song from somewhere else, I'll post the link where I found it below so you can also watch those videos. And for Latin, I'm going to make a separate video so you can hear the entire song. So look for those links as well. But let's get started with math. Math, we are having multiple weeks all together, and we are doing it to the song of Let's Learn Some Geometry. This week in particular is the area of a square. So it's the area of a square equals length of its side squared s squared. And I'll do the whole song in a second, but I wanted to show you the activity we did. I used popsicle sticks for the kiddos, and I gave them each 6. And so they were able to put these flat on the table, and we made it's kind of difficult to do here, but they made a rectangle. And then as we sang the song that we're going to sing in a second, they had to change the shape to make the different shapes: the rectangle, the square, triangle, and the circle. And so they really liked that. It's a fun little activity, and you can do it with popsicle sticks or toothpicks, whatever you have on hand. So this is the song. Geometry, geometry, let's learn some geometry. The area of a rectangle equals length times width. The area of a square equals the length of its side squared s squared. The area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. The area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared. The circumference of a circle equals 2 times pi times the radius. Geometry, geometry, let's learn some geometry. And that is geometry. So from geometry, we're going to move right into geography. Let's learn some geography. So for geography, the song we're using is from Pocahontas. There's another song that people really like, so I'll tag that below, but this is the one that we went with. This week we're learning about rivers east. So that's the St. Lawrence River, Ohio River, Mississippi River, Missouri River, and Arkansas River. So this is a song we did. I had the kids make a beat, and then we just kept singing it. Hey ya, hey ya, ya yeah, ya yeah. Rivers east and rivers west, let's learn our rivers. St. Lawrence, Ohio, Mississippi River. Missouri, Arkansas, these are the rivers east. Columbia, Colorado, Rio Grande, Red River. These are your rivers west. And don't forget the Great Salt Lake. And that is our geography for this week. Geography, what we did is I have a fun little sheet for everybody that lists out the different rivers, and so we just pointed to where the different rivers were on the map and then sang the song. Now, for the Bible verse for this week, or the Bible portion, is what is God's new covenant with man? And it's Jesus, the perfect sacrifice for sin, eternal life to those who believe in Jesus, and the Holy Spirit lives within believers. There's a great song to When Will My Life Begin, and I will post that below. That song's from Rapunzel, just so you know. But I'll tag it below. Now for history, it is Tell Me About the 19th Amendment. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony led the women's suffrage movement in the United States, resulting in the 19th Amendment in 1920 that granted women the right to vote. So let me show you the different hand movements. So it's Tell Me About the 19th Amendment. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and we're just going to do an ASLE. And Susan B. Anthony, we're going to do an S. Led the women's suffrage movement. We're going to do kind of fist to heart. We're just going to go out like that. In the United States, we're going to put our hand over our heart, resulting in the 19th Amendment. So we're just going to take our Point your finger and thumb together and just do a little shake for 19th Amendment. In 1920, so the ASL sign for 19, and the pointer finger, okay. And so we're gonna do this, 1920. So our thumb and pointer finger like a beak, so 1920. And that granted the women the right to vote. We're just gonna do a check mark. And I don't know, I always kind of pop up my foot and like check, boop. I think it's more fun. So, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony led the women's suffrage movement in the United States, resulting in the 19th Amendment in 1920 that granted women the right to vote. Now for science, we are continuing on. We're almost done with learning the first 12 elements of the periodic table. What is the second 4 elements is what we're working on this week. So what are the second 4 elements of the periodic table by number, element, symbol, and mass? So we have 5B carbon, B11, 6 carbon, C12, 7 nitrogen, N14, and 8 oxygen, O16. For boron this week, just in case you guys forgot, we're just being bored. So like, I'm bored. For B boron. For 6 carbon, we're gonna pretend like we're driving a car. We're gonna go fast, 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 carbon. Woo! For nitrogen, we're gonna pretend to take a nap. And for oxygen, we're gonna make an O. And after we say O16, we're gonna take a deep breath, or between O and 16, we're gonna take a deep breath. So a oxygen, O16. Sorry, so it's between oxygen and O16 is when we're taking the breath. So let's get to it, shall we? And I'll post the actual video again below just so you can hear it with the background music. So, what are the first 12 elements in the periodic table by number, element, and mass? Now here we go. 1 hydrogen, H1, 2 helium, He4, 3 lithium, Li7, 4 beryllium, Be9, 5 boron, B11, 6 carbon, C12, 7 nitrogen, N14, 8 oxygen, O16, 9 fluorine, F19, 10 neon, Ne20, 11 sodium, Na23, 12 magnesium, Mg24. And that is our science to shake it off. Now, continuing on, we are getting over to English. English is sentence parts subject is what we're learning about this week. And we're gonna actually do 2 weeks together. We're doing 17 and 18, sentence parts subject and sentence parts predicate. So for sentence part subject, the subject is the part of the sentence about which something is being said. And sentence parts predicate is that part of a sentence that says something about the subject. We are going to do this to take me out to the ball game. Are you ready? Let's get those bats ready to go. Sentence part subject. A subject is that part of the sentence about which something is being said. Sentence part predicate. The predicate is that part of a sentence that says something about the subject. Alexa off. And that's English. Now let's do Latin. Latin is John. Still, through the end of the year, we are going to be working through John 1. This week we are doing, the Latin part is in ipso vita erat et vita erat lux hominum, which in English is in him was life, and the life was the light of man. Wow, like this is a good verse here. So in ipso is him. So we're gonna just do the sign for Jesus again. Vita is life, and for life we're gonna make 2 L's, and we're just gonna kind of come up our chest for life. So just whoop. So it'll be in ipso vita erat. We've been doing this one all along. So erat is was. We'll go from our mouth and we'll go out for was. Et vita, we're going back to life. So the L's, and we're just going to come up again. Okay, so let's do it from the beginning. We'll go up to that part. So in ipso vita erat et vita. And we're doing erat again. Erat. And then Luke's, we're gonna make this, it's light, right? So we're gonna go up and kind of just, wow, look at that light, right? So we're just gonna kind of go up and light. For Luke's, and hominum is man. So from here, once we've got our light, we're gonna bring it to 5 fingers with our thumb to our forehead and then to our chest. So it'll be in ipso vita, erat et vita, erat Luke's hominum. Okay, do it one more time. So it's in ipso vita, erat et vita, erat Luke's hominum. And that's our Latin. Then let's learn our timeline. Timeline. So we've got Napoleon's crowned emperor of France. This is one of my favorite parts, the song. Napoleon. So for Napoleon, we're gonna make an N, an ASL N. For emperor, we're gonna put a crown on our head. And France, we're gonna take an F, we're gonna turn it around, right? So Napoleon, crowned emperor of France. I'm gonna do that again because I just did a whole bunch of stuff. So Napoleon, crowned emperor of France. Then we have liberation of South America. So we're gonna put our hands across our chest and we're gonna break them free like we're being liberated, being set free. And then for South and America, we're gonna do an S for South and an A for America. So liberation of South America. Then we have the War of 1812. So for war, we're just gonna do this. And then for 1812, we're gonna do bombs. Just do this for bombs. So the War of 1812. The Missouri Compromise, we're gonna put one hand out, put the other finger to our forehead and do the sign for compromise. Immigrants flocked to America. We are gonna put our hands together kind of like this and just bring it around. It's gonna be immigrants flocked to America. For the Monroe Doctrine, we're going to show possession, so we're just going to kind of point back to ourselves. Or point like to ourselves like this, either way. And the Romantic period of the arts, we're going to just take our hands, and this time is kind of period, this time period of the Romantic period was characterized by emotions. So we're going to do a sad face and a happy face. So go sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy. So let's do it again, all right? So Napoleon, crowned emperor of France. Liberation of South America. The War of 1812. The Missouri Compromise. Immigrants flocked to America. The Monroe Doctrine. And the Romantic period of the arts. And that is our week 17. So I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Again, I'll post the rest of those videos in the comments and I'll do a full Latin one a little bit later today. Talk to you guys soon.